Hello, and this is Mechwarrior Online, and I want to introduce you to my quick review of the Asp RANCOR. I just call it the RANCOR. This thing is so much fun to play. There are so many different things you can do to this mech, and one of my favorite features about this mech is it's an omnipod mech, which means I can switch out the omnipods and make this into anything I want. And what I did in this case is I took the original RANCOR left and right torso, which comes with a single laser point or energy point if you want, and a missile point as well. And I did two heavy medium lasers, which I still think is an oxymoron. And I run this up several different ways, but in this case here, I have an LRM-20 in each left and right torso. Then on the arms, I switch the arms around, and I have LRM weapons in these. I believe I have a LRM-20 in each arm and an LRM-15 in each arm. Look at that. My memory's coming back. So yes, this thing is a beast of weapons. I've got 4 LRM-20s, which is 80 missiles, plus 30 missiles between these other two. That puts me at 110 missiles total, and I still have 2 heavy medium lasers to go with it. So the firepower on this mech is 130. You can only do an alpha strike one time, and you will be close to overheat, if not a little bit in the red. What I do if I do an alpha strike, which I almost never do, is I hit the cool shot first and let it start cooling as I'm firing the weapon. And if you fire all 6 of these at the same time, and you've hit that cool shot, it's just started. You have to make sure that it's just started already. Then it'll keep you from going into overheat. But there's really no reason to do that, because you can cycle these weapons, and if you keep tapping that button, it'll keep firing the additional next one in the row, and that'll keep you from getting into overheat whatsoever. Heat management is not incredible. It's 1.22. So if you wanted to take this a different way, you could do the 2 LRM-20s and then 4 LRM-15s. And that'll definitely keep the heat down, but it also reduces the amount of firepower you have. But it's not that big a deal, and I'll show you what I mean. If you set this to an LRM-15 and an LRM-15, then you can add additional either cool shots or ammo. I would go with, or not make cool shots, but double heat sinks. I would go with 2 additional double heat sinks, and then I don't know what else you can put on here, because I've already added a targeting computer and a clan active probe, and that's the big one, not the little one. Maybe bring up the armor on the legs. But this sets your firepower at 120, which is not that big a deal. But I have really good heat management skills for the most part in most of my matches. And this one does really well with this. Now, as far as quirks or skills, we're basically getting armor and armor and armor. I don't think we're getting anything here. Nope. And armor. That's all we're getting for quirks. But for skills, full range, heat with 5, velocity, and I'll show you why I did only 5 there. Full missile features, obviously armor, and skeletal density, a little bit of extra reinforced casing, because you will end up tanking a little bit with some people. 2 additional skills for overheat damage. That's why override exists, is because you can do that. But I also wanted target decay, cool run, heat containment, seismic deprivation, and my 2 cool shots in a UAV. So doing all this, you have to sacrifice someplace, and I wanted my maximum range, and I wanted my armor hardening and stuff like that, so I had to sacrifice on heat. But otherwise, this does really well. This thing's a lot of fun, and I recommend purchasing one of these. And because this is a hero mech, you will unfortunately have to purchase it, but it's worth it. If you don't mind waiting a little bit of time during the summer beach party, they're giving away assault mechs, and that's how I got this guy. Anyway, hope to see you in the battlefield.